Today I'm going to be breaking down how you can use a mass hero charge into Hog Rider attack here at Townhall 17 to 3-star any base. So here is the army composition we're going to be jumping in to take a look at today, and as you can see we have 9 healers. This is because we're going to be coming in with a Grand Warden Hog and we're going to be coming in with a Queen charge. Our Royal Champion is also going to play a pivotal part in this attack, so let's jump in and we're going to break it down. Now you'll notice we do currently have the blimp selected. You're going to want to bring a range of different siege machines, and that is because depending on the type of base you're going to be attacking, you may potentially switch between them. On these first couple of attacks, I believe we do go in with the Flame Flinger. We actually switch from the blimp over to the Flame Flinger, but there's a couple of things we're going to want to think about when using this particular strategy. Now, in speaking to Yappy Boy, he said he actually went perfect. When he used this strategy in Legends League, he got 320 trophies because he went perfect. He said it's a super strong and really viable strategy in Legends League, so let's jump in. First things first, of course, you're going to be bringing the Earthquake Boots alongside a Hog Puppet here for the Royal Champion, and that is where we're going to kick off this attack. She's going to come in, create a little bit of a mini funnel down here in this bottom section, cleaning up a couple of defenses that potentially could cause issues for our Flame Flinger. As soon as you get the value from her, we're going to be withdrawing her with that recall spell to get started on the next portion of our attack. That means we're going to be coming in with a Yeti. That's used, of course, to tank for the mortar, so we can go ahead and we can take that down and then get the Flame Flinger in. All the meanwhile, we have the Grand Warden. That's going to be coming up to create a funnel on the top section of the base, so we're basically going to be taking down multiple sections of the base all at the same time. Now keep an eye on him, we do need to be careful. Flame Flinger, of course, now going to be coming in. That should finish clearing off this bottom section of the base. We can use those invisibility spells alongside rage spells in help to support that Grand Warden, because we're going to be coming in with a fireball from him, and as you can see, we're looking to try and get that fireball into some of these core defenses in the center of the base. So we're going to use those invisibility spells to make these outer buildings, or outer defenses anyway, invisible. We can then shoot that fireball all the way into the core, and we can go ahead and use those earthquakes. Unfortunately, we actually didn't quite get the earthquakes onto this building, but regardless, we're going to be pushing on through anyway. Flame Flinger doing his job down here at that bottom section of the base. Grand Warden pretty much doing his job up there at that top section. We do need to be careful. We of course want to try and keep him alive. All the meanwhile, we now are going to be starting off with our Queen charge. Queen going to be coming in with the Frozen Arrow and the Magic Mirror from that right hand side of the base, pushing her in towards that Town Hall compartment. Be careful if you're going up against things, of course, like the Monolith or single target Infernos. You will need to support that Queen. Ken going to be coming in with the Earthquake Boots and the Spiky Ball. Again, we're looking to use him to open up the compartment where we can get that Queen in. In this particular case, it's going to be in towards that Town Hall. And we are going to continue on. Flame Flinger still doing a wonderful job down here at that 6 o'clock section of the base, taking down multiple defenses, just letting it do its thing. And once you guys are certain that Town Hall is going to go down, you can go ahead and you can get started on the remaining portion of your attack. That's going to include the Royal Champion alongside your Hog Riders. Now beware, of course, you've already used your Grand Warden ability, so you won't have that Eternal Tome or Healing Tome in there to help support your Hogs. And unfortunately, sometimes they will go down fairly early, like in this particular attack. You guys can see, unfortunately, we did lose our Hog Riders because we were going into that multi and some other splash and damage defenses, but the Queen ability going to get popped off at the bottom, and as you guys can see, this one is going to finish off a 3-star. So there's a couple of things to think about with this attack. You're going to be doing multiple different kind of mini attacks within this larger attack. You have the Royal Champion starting off, the Flame Flinger coming in behind. You then want to get your Grand Warden going, because if he of course can be fairly slow, you want to set up that fireball. You're then going to bring the King in with the Queen, and then the RC is going to combine with the Grand Warden and the Hog Riders on the back end to help tidy up the base. So let's jump in and we'll break down the next example. So this is definitely one of my favorite strategies I have seen from Yappy. He's been doing some pretty amazing stuff at Townhall 17 for us here on this channel. If you want to check out any of that, there is a playlist linked down below that you guys can see all of the Townhall 17 content we have. There are so many different strategies for every single thing you might enjoy doing in the game, but this for me, it's super fun. It's honestly, it is pretty skillful. You have to be super aware of everything that's going on, but it's incredibly fun. Rather than just like spamming in troops, we're doing lots of different things, lots of moving mechanics in this attack. And yeah, let's rinse and repeat. In comes that Royal Champion, supporting her with the Spirit Fox and some invisibility spells. We're going to let her just get that value we are looking for, trying to get her in, take down that poison spell tower, potentially even grab that scatter shot if at all possible. Again, bringing in another invisibility. You always want to make sure you're keeping at least 2 invisibility spells though to help support your RC. Gonna pick her up there with the recall spell, and now we're getting going with that Grand Warden. We do see a Headhunter as well as a Super Dragon going to be coming out of that clan castle, should I say, so we do need to be careful. That's when the poison spell is going to come in handy. Here comes the fireball, shooting all the way overhead onto that single target Inferno, also taking down the clan castle. Of course, you can take down that clan castle, but you always have to be careful when you lure it out with your RC. Continuing on here, Unicorn unfortunately is going to go down. We're going to freeze up the Expo just to allow that Grand Warden to continue making some progress. Now, we've pretty much already guaranteed we've completely wiped out this right hand side of the base. We now need to start thinking about the next stage of our attack. It is a fairly slow attack, so we don't want to time fail. In comes the next portion, which of course is going to be that Queen Charge combining with the King. Yeti and King going to be coming from that top section of the base. We encounter a little bit of a Tesla farm up there, but nothing we can't deal with. We do manage to open up one individual wall section there with that super wall breaker, so hopefully our Queen will go in. Again, keeping an eye on our Grand Warden, using those balloons to test for any of those seeking air mines. A couple of headhunters going to come in to support our Queen and King at that top section of the base. We want to push them through that single target Inferno, but unfortunately it locks onto our King, which isn't ideal, but we can still hopefully make some progress through it. Queen, with the help of that frozen arrow, oh, she nearly gets the single, but she then gets distracted by those skeletons. The King doing his job though over on that left hand side, opening up those wall sections. Continuing on through now, we do have the Royal Champion coming in combination with, of course, those Hog Riders, the Grand Warden in there as well. No, I completely tell a lie. We brought in the Blimp into the bottom section. That is, I was expecting to see the Flame Flinger, but in fact we ended up bringing in the Blimp that goes in, takes down this core section of the base here with those Yetis and Yeti Mites. RC's actually going to be coming in combination with the Hog Riders from this left hand side of the base, and it looks like it's going to be left up to the Queen to hopefully deal with this Town Hall in the centre of the base. We only have a couple of buildings really to go down, but one of course the most important is going to be that Town Hall in the centre. RC ability going to get popped off right there. All those Hog Riders going to be coming out, helping us to get through, and down goes that final defense, bringing in another 3-star with the 9 healer charge. It's honestly such a fun strategy. And moving on to that third and final example, while you guys are here, don't forget we actually still have a giveaway currently going on. It's still open if you do want to enter. All you have to do is find the 5 videos that I've used for the Gold Pass giveaway. All you have to do then, subscribe to us here at the Barracks. Go ahead and leave a comment on one of those 5 videos, like that video as well, and you will be entered. Also, if you want to pick up the link for this army, it is down in the description, so you can go ahead and do that. But let's jump into this third and final example of this incredibly fun strategy. Kicking off proceedings slightly differently on this one, bringing in that Blimp. That's going to be used to try and clear out this kind of right hand side compartment, this mini compartment right here, getting that in, dealing with a few of these different buildings, including the Expo and some of those junk buildings. This then helps to funnel the RC in the direction we want her to go. Of course, the invisibility spell is going to be coming in there just to help protect that RC for as long as possible. There comes the Spirit Fox, definitely helping to do its job. In comes another invisibility spell helping to protect the Royal Champion, and typically what you're looking to do is get as much value as possible until you encounter something that is going to be too deadly for her. In this particular example, we saw the Giga Bomb going off right there, so we went ahead and we used that recall spell just to make sure she did not go down too early. Grand Warden now going to be coming in from that bottom section of the base. Of course, we have the Unicorn on him as well. In comes the healers just to help support, and then we're going to be using a Yeti over here just to help create that funnel a little bit, take down a defense that potentially the Grand Warden could lock onto, of course, with that Fireball. Headhunter is going to be coming in right there, using those invisibility spells, dropping down the Fireball and using those Earthquakes. That takes down so many buildings right there, including the Clan Castle. So luckily for us, we don't need to deal with those Clan Castle troops. Honestly, this attack has got off to the perfect start. We do end up using a free spell. A little bit worried that we might lose the Grand Warden to that single, but the Grand Warden ends up winning that fight. So he can continue on, hopefully get through some of these defenses over here, including the Scattershot and Enemy Queen. All the meanwhile, we now have the Queen Charge going to be coming in from this left-hand side of the base. She's taking a significant amount of damage though, so we're going to have to go ahead and use that King's ability just to help support. A couple of super wall breakers going to be coming in, looking to gain access into the core of the base, but of course they go the wrong way. They don't go the way we're looking for them to go. Hopefully this king can clear out some of these outer buildings to push our queen into the town hall compartment, because of course we are looking for that queen to do exactly that. Grand Warden still doing a marvellous job clearing out the rest of these buildings down here at that bottom section, and here comes the Royal Champion with those Hog Riders in combination. Typically, of course, they're going to get more value if you're putting them into a section of the base that doesn't have splash damage defenses, scatter shots, multi-target infernos, even the town hall itself. But in this one, we're going to go ahead and it's absolutely crushed. The Grand Warden still going strong at that bottom section. Town Hall going to go down right there. The RC still smashing through. She actually swagged her ability pretty much. And this one, of course, another 3-star and a beautiful way to finish off this video. Definitely one of my favourites from Yappy. Let me know it down in the description if you have any recommendations or suggestions of strategies you'd like to see him attempt in Legends League next. And of course, we can then go ahead and break them down so you guys can do them as well. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.